Let's go back out west, though, Frank, where the St. Louis Blues, listen, when you're down 2-0 in a series and you're back on home ice for game 3, it's not a hyperbole to say that your season is on the line. And for the Blues, it was, and they delivered. They chased Connor Hellebuyck after he allows 6 goals. They end up finding a 7th as well, and the third period offensive outburst fuels their way to a 7-2 victory. Do you look at this and go, all right, it's just one game. They were fired up being back on home ice. Or do you sit here and go, whoa, Jets only had 18 shots. Jets gave up 7 goals. Did the Blues maybe figure something out here?
I don't know if they figured something out, but I definitely have some real question marks about Connor Hellebuyck. Think about the way game 1 started, 3 goals on 10 shots. Think about last night. And it was just kind of the exclamation point for Pavel Buchnevich scoring that hat trick and the way that he did it, basically picking Hellebuyck's pocket behind the net and putting it in the empty cage. That just, I don't know what, if anything, you can draw from that other than to say that Connor Hellebuyck just doesn't look like himself. And I don't know if that's the pressure of the moment or the failures of their last few playoffs, but this is the best goalie in the world as a lot of people see it, and maybe not even NHL players, as Andrei Vasilevsky was voted best goalie in the annual player poll from the NHLPA. But that part sort of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? Like, what happens with the Ted Lindsay Award vote this year? Because there were some great candidates for the Hart, but how do the players see it? Do they see Connor Hellebuyck as one of the very best? And what, if anything, can we draw from a series like this in the way that it's unfolded? I mean, the Jets are good enough to beat the Blues without Hellebuyck being a world beater, but I don't think they can go much further than that if he's not playing at a level that's commensurate to what we think he is. Like, you're not even close to league average. So that part is the biggest concern for me moving forward. It's not that I don't think that the Jets can't beat the Blues. I just think that they need to stop beating themselves.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, this isn't true for a lot of teams, but there's definitely a couple of them. There's a world where the Jets win round 1 and their fan base does not feel good about it at all. Like, if you showed that Hellebuyck board and removed the record, and you showed that team sort of head-to-head board and removed the record, and you said, hey, Jets fans, this is how things are going to look after game 3, they'd probably be sitting there being like, are we about to get swept in game 4? Like, the fact that they are up 2-1 with Hellebuyck's save percentage being what it is, being dominated on the special teams the way that they have been. And I know last night obviously skews a lot of those numbers, but still there's a world where the Jets finish this off in 5 and you sit at whoever and look at whoever they play in round 2 and go, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah. And look, sometimes it is hard to look at just the save percentage, but I also look at the goals going in. Like I said, the three goals on 10 shots, obviously that's going to crush your save percentage. I think they only gave up 18 in total in game 1, something like that. So your numbers are going to be smoked, but nonetheless, he just hasn't looked the same. His body language changes, and I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah. Again, we're gonna keep talking about the playoffs in a second. I guess all 4 of our topics today are about the playoffs. But Frank, the no goal call for the Winnipeg Jets stirred up some controversy online. For me, the call on the ice has to be respected. So I look at this and go, I know everyone had the freeze frame angle of the glove and go, well, look, you can basically tell that the whole glove. If it's called no goal on the ice, you need 100% proof that the puck 100% crossed the line, and I didn't see that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone saw that. You can think what you think you see with this still frame that people have then frozen and say, oh, look, it looks like it crossed the line. I mean, in all actuality, it probably did. But unless you see white space between the puck and the goal line, you can't definitively rule it a goal. So I understand how they arrived at that point. I think the real disappointing part for me is we've arrived at this stage with puck and player tracking. There is a chip in that puck. There's a chip in the jerseys that every player wears in the NHL. Why we haven't gotten to a point with the technology yet where you can have sensors in the posts that can definitively say one way or the other that every edge of that puck has completely crossed the goal line, I think that's a big miss for the NHL. Now, the commissioner at the GM meetings was asked about this last month in March in Florida, and he said they're testing it and testing it again. And I get that they don't want to roll out an incomplete product, but man, We're talking about goals at the most critical time of the season that really leaves you wanting more as both a fan, a bettor, a team executive, player, whatever it might be. There's so many parts of the NHL constituency that seem to be failed by an incomplete science that I think needs to be rectified.
Another thing that it would help with, actually, that's always a big thing, is puck over glass. Did it hit the glass? Did it not? What happened? Like, a chip would solve those problems, or using the data, I should say.
It's already, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's already in there.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Seravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.